I have long thought that our annual celebration of Thanksgiving Day on the fourth Thursday of November is a uniquely American experience. It is true that other countries have a Thanksgiving Day, but ours is unique in the fact that it has its origins of people who were immigrants, those pilgrims on Plymouth Rock, who gave thanks not only for the harvest that year, but also for the opportunity to have a fresh start, a new beginning. It's not unlike what our Jewish friends are celebrating in these days with the Feast of Sukkot, Thanksgiving for the harvest, but also reminding themselves that they are a people of the Exodus that God has saved and given a fresh start, bringing together as a people. All of that came to mind as I prayed over the readings that we have today, because those who give thanks are those who are from other lands, who are aliens and strangers, who are considered foreigners. And it's their experience of being accepted into the human family, into the family that Jesus is calling all of humanity to belong to, that gives them a sense of a fresh start, of a new beginning, of something dynamic happening to them, and they are the ones who give thanks. And so it is stories like these and our own experience of Thanksgiving that remind us always to be tethered close to the experience of those who are saved by God. We notice, first of all, that both Naaman the Syrian and the Samaritan who come forward are those who are not expected to receive anything from Jesus. They, in fact, are outsiders. And yet they realize that everything they have from that moment on is a gift to them. That is the experience of an immigrant who comes with a fresh start. Those who have the opportunity to begin in a way by God's grace, an unmerited grace that comes to them. And so there is, for those who have that experience, no expectation of taking things for granted, no sense of entitlement. We need, once again, to be in touch always with that kind of fresh start, that grace that comes to us. It's totally unmerited. In the Thanksgiving that we celebrate as a nation, but also that we are called to in the gospel today, begins with acknowledging that all is grace, that we should never take them for granted, those blessings that God gives us, or feel entitled. But we also notice that, especially in the gospel, only one of the 9 comes back. That experience of being blessed as those who are foreigners, or those who are immigrants, those who are alien newcomers, having a fresh start, also binds them together. We feel that on the Feast of Thanksgiving as we gather around our tables, or maybe around the television to watch football. There is a sense in which maybe hurts in our family are healed. People who are outsiders are invited to our table, to our home. We have this common origin of all being those who have come to this land as seeking a fresh start, and it binds us together. And finally, we see that those who are giving thanks for everything that has been given to them have the ability to share. I've often found that those who are immigrants, we have seen this in our own Chicagoland, have come here with an open heart to share their gifts with others. They realize that gifts are different than possessions. The blessings that they have received are not just for themselves, but they're willing to share. Today, as we hear this gospel, it's good to be in touch with what it means for us to be those who have come to this country as immigrants, those who have in many ways been given a fresh start through our ancestors, who have come together in unity because of that common heritage, but also are prompted to share the gifts we have. We do that not only on Thanksgiving Day, but every time we come to celebrate the Eucharist. Consider how we begin the Eucharist each time by acknowledging our own frailty, our sinfulness, our weakness, as we ask God's mercy at the beginning of Mass with the Confiteor, with the Lord have mercy. And there is the common coming together in unity as we raise our voices together in praying the Our Father, in many ways reminding us that we are brothers and sisters of each other. Or as Martin Luther King was fond of saying, yes, it's true, we all came here on different ships, but now we're all in the same boat. And finally, in the Eucharist, the bread we break, the one bread we break, is to be shared with each other, because we know that what we have received is truly a gift from God and not just a possession for ourselves. And so today, as we celebrate the Eucharist, let's remember what it means for us to be truly Americans, those who have been given a fresh start, who find a common unity in that experience, but also who are generous in being able to share the goods that we have with others, because they truly are gifts and not possessions.